Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the round 2 game 5 do or die pregame show for all of the Marvels, baby, in just 3 hours. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it is game 5, do or die. And real quick, before we get into anything, I'm going to address the elephant in the room. I got a haircut and a perm, right? See, it's a joke. That's funny because obviously the Ring are playing for their lives in 3 hours, and I'm talking about the elephant in the room, talking about my hair, right? It's funny joke. Alright, let's get into business. Alright, Zamboni cleaning, there is none. Everybody's healthy. I'm pretty sure everybody's good to go in game 5. Whatever Andrew Lord decides to go with, whatever his lines are, I'm going to show you what we think he's going to go with, and I'm going to show you what I think he should go with. First, before we get into any of that, I want to thank Gowdy Law. We all know having a game plan is key, but when it comes to your family's future, are you ready? Gowdy Law is here to help, specializing in estate planning. Gowdy Law ensures your loved ones are protected from losing a ton of money and time to probate when you pass away. Just like on the ice, preparation matters. Don't wait until the last minute to make the right play. Visit GowdyLaw.com today to start planning for the future. Get estate planning, pricing, and a free consultation right on their website. Simple. The price is right on their website. Gowdy Law, making estate planning easy, understandable, and affordable. And as always, the link is in the description, or you can visit their offices in downtown Upland. I was getting too ahead of myself trying to get through that ad read. Once again, guys, welcome back to the Make Rain Podcast. I am Anthony Collazo from Mayor's Manor. I write articles over there. That is the primary thing that I do. And Make Rain Podcast is just something that, me and Joe have started up last season. And we do it, it's a lot of fun. Josh says he's going to the game, of course. Dom winning for Kopi, number 11. Winning for Kopi, man. It would be pretty cool. Pack the house. I'm pretty sure it's going to be packed today. From what I understand, it's going to be packed today. All right, y'all. So this is what we think is going to happen in this game. These are the lines. Brown, Godin, Gubman, Manning, line 1 at the top. Line 2, Lee, Connors, Chromiak. Line 3, Alexandrov, Pinelli, right. And on the bottom, Isugai, Hughes, and Yamson. For the pairings, Kirsanov, Booth, obviously. Hickett, Brustevich. Brustevich has been really good as of late. He's young. He's 19 years old. He had to get his feet wet a little bit. But he's been really, really good the past few games. And then Novikov, Millar. We are going to get into all of that right about now. Let me pull up what I think they should go with, and then I'll kind of bounce back and forth between those two. Let's go back to this real quick. So you see this lineup? It seems like Lord in the playoffs have wanted to go with a more balanced lineup with at least one big man on each line. And what I mean by that is Brown, Godin, Gunman. Right? Logan Brown isn't a skill player, and really a top 6 player? Probably not. But he's a big guy. And when you're a big guy against the Firebirds and you're trying to get bodies out in front, you're trying to get guys in front, take the eyes away from Nikkei Koko, the goaltender, Brown is the guy to do that, right? If you want a good forecheck, you need at least one guy, the F1, to forecheck, right? Brown is that guy on line 1. Andre Lee on line 2, big guy. Now, Lee's kind of an all-around player. That dude is just insane. We'll get to him in a little bit, but big guy on line 2 with Connors and Chromiak. Alexandrov, Pinelli, Wright, who's a big guy there. Jared Wright, obviously, right? We all know what Jared Wright can do. He was in the NHL for a good portion of the last 3 months of the season, and even played in the Stanley Cup with the Kings before they were swept, obviously, by Colorado. And then East guy, Hughes Yamson, fourth line. That's where Wright was before everything kind of got shuffled. And as far as the defense goes, I don't have too much of a problem, but I would make one change to the defense, and I want to see you guys' opinion on it in a little bit. But this is what I think they should go with. Let's tailgate. I'll be there. I'm actually getting cheesecake before the game in the parking lot. If you find me, feel free to say what's up. I love Lee. Lee has probably been the Ontario Reigns best player this year by far, 100%. What he's able to do on the ice is special, but we got to get him going. I'll talk about that in a little bit. But this is what I think they should go with. Alexandrov, Godin, Gubman. When Nikita Alexandrov was traded to the Ontario Reign for Akil Thomas back in November, I want to say, or December, this was the line he was on. He was top lining with Godin and Gutman, and that's when Alexandrov got most of his production. Alexandrov plays his best game with Godin and Gutman, and if you guys have been watching, Alexandrov has not been good in these playoffs. I know he scored last game, and I don't want to say it was a garbage time goal because I believed for a second that maybe they can make a little bit of a comeback. There was about 3 minutes left in the game. They had the extra attacker on. It was a tip-in goal. Very nice shot. But outside of that, he hasn't been doing too much. And I think even though that Nikita Alexandrov was like a minus 20 in the regular season, and playing with Godin and Gutman doesn't really help, that is an explosive line right there. You got Godin, who's just a pure playmaker. He can do it all. Gutman is so fast. He's so elusive. And then you got Alexandrov on the opposite side of him. Dude, in transition, what made the Reign so elite throughout the entire regular season is how many ways they can beat you. It's the sum of their parts. We talk about it all year long, and that's what Andrew Lord said at the end of the year when I asked him, hey, what has made you the most proud this entire year? And he said, the sum of our parts. The Reign were so good in the regular season because they were able to simply beat you in so many different ways. This line can beat you in transition easily. And what are the Reign having trouble with right now? They can't seem to get the puck into the offensive zone against the Firebirds. I mean, Game 4, they were atrocious. They could not get into the zone for nothing. Most of their shifts were ending with chip-ins, just past the red line, and then getting a change. You put that line back together, you put Alexandrov back to where he was best, I think you're going to get so much out of him, and he might even score again today. This is what I think. Lee Connor's right. Self-explanatory. I don't know why this line hasn't even seen time together. No idea why. I think it's simple. I think Lord might be overthinking it a little bit. Lee Connor's right was Ontario's best line. If you go down the season and look at which Reign line was the best, Lee Connor's right blows every other line out of the water. They were so good when they were together before Connors got called up and he got sent back down, and then Wright got called up and he got sent back down. It's simple. It's simple. 26, 17, 78. Put them back together, man, and let's see what they do. They got the chemistry, man. They got it. James and Pinelli Chromiak. Again, that line was also together. When those top 3 lines were together for a lot of the season when they were super successful, right? James and Pinelli Chromiak. Pinelli, he's a physical guy. He gets physical on the forecheck. Chromiak can get physical on the forecheck. Yamson is a creative dude. He can also get physical if he needed to. I mean, Yamson, Pinelli Chromiak, even though Yamson's playing on his offside, why not? And then you got Isugai, Hughes, and Brown, 4th line. I like Brown on the 4th line. You give that line a little bit of size and strength, along with Isugai, who's really fast. And Jack Hughes he's been playing the hockey of his life recently. Even scored a goal, the first goal of the game in Game 4 on Thursday versus Coachella Valley. Now, let's see what I changed on defense. You guys see a difference? There's only one difference. I'll give you guys a hint. I am a Jack Millar stan. I love Jack Millar. I think he's a great defenseman. I think that once his AHL contract ends, I think he might get a 2-way from a different team, perhaps. Maybe. I'm not sure. But man, with the way things are going right now, why not put Odo Celine on the back end? You get a little bit of a puck-moving defenseman back there who can move a little bit, not afraid to join the rush the way the Firebirds are doing against us right now. And don't get me mistaken, it's Game 5. Anything can happen, but the Firebirds have outplayed the Reign in 3 of the 4 games. And the only game that they didn't was in Game 2. In Game 3, the Reign, I don't want to say got lucky because a win is a win. A win is a win. But they got outplayed that game. They scored 2 goals in 80 seconds, and the other 55 minutes of the game, they were outplayed. Playoffs coming, we're trying new things that are doing, improving things that work. Now, the only thing I will push back on that comment is that these lines are like, maybe not Brown, Gutman, but like Lee, Gutman, that has been a line for some time. But that was before Jared Wright came back. When Wright comes back, things change. You need to put Lee Connors right back together. I mean, what's the point of having Wright back and then you put him on the 4th line, right? I don't know, man. I think that I think this right here, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, I think that's the best we got. I think if you want to win today, if my life was on the line, I'm putting this lineup out there. Let's put it that way. If my life was on the line, I am putting that out there. You match speed on speed. Like, that first line can play against their first line. By the way, talking about the Firebirds a little bit, I don't have this on my notes, but my goodness, you gotta stop Oscar Fisker-Mogard. You gotta stop him. I mean, that dude is killing us. That dude's killing us all postseason. He's been killing it all postseason, and now us. So we'll see what goes on there, man. Gotta stop Fisker-Mogard. He's been really good. Yeah, man, today, do or die, must win or go home. It's all the cliches, right? This is for your season right here. And T-minus about 2 hours and 55 minutes probably, because obviously the national anthem and the pregame show and whatnot. I mean, this is it. This could be the last rain game of the season, or you guys might be feeling a little bit of euphoria after the game, and we have at least 3 more games of hockey, and at least 2 at Toyota Arena. Well, maybe that's not true, because I think if we go to round 3, it'll be a 2-3 if Colorado wins. Either way, gotta win. Gotta win, or your season's over, and it'll be the last time that these group of guys are together. Is Mikey our hype guy tonight? We need him. I honestly don't think so. I mean, it might be Mikey and Logan, but I'm pretty confident Logan is at least doing the game. I know Logan's going to be there. I'm not sure if Mike is going to be there. It could be both of them. But I know for sure Logan's going to be there. Which, hey, Logan's a nice little 1B to Mikey 1A. So, what's the update on the Game 3 wins the series? So, right now, it is 14-1. Because Springfield beat Providence. Here, I'll pull it up right now. Because I think it was 11-1, and I think all the Game 3 winners have won so far in these playoffs. Whoa, wait a minute. 15-1. I didn't know this game was happening so soon. So look at it. This just got done. This game must have just got done. Game 2, Game 3, Toronto. Yeah, and then Toronto. So now it's 15-1, because I know Wilkes-Barre won this game, or this series. Springfield won this series. And then who was the other one? It was Cleveland. So it was 11-1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it's 15-1. I think, was this also is this 16-1? Or is it still, do I have my stats wrong? Is it 15-1 now or 16-1? And this one too, but this one already. It's a lot to 1. I think all the Game 3 winners have won. So, if you want Firebirds, baby, whoa, why do we got Firebirds fans in here? I'm just kidding. Welcome. If you're enjoying it, please hit the like button below. We welcome all people here. We welcome all. 15-1? Okay, so it's 15-1. I put 14-1 in my pregame article, but that was before Laval lost to Toronto, so. Where are they going with this? Yeah, so if you want to look at it from that perspective, the Reign have a good chance of winning. It's over 95%, I believe, now. Or maybe at 95%. But if you want to be like a glass half empty guy, I guess one of these teams are due for a loss after winning Game 3. You can look at it both ways. The Firebirds, they are currently, talking about elimination games, they are 3-0 in elimination games this season. They beat the Bakersfield Condors twice when they went down 1-0 in round 1. Or the prelim round, I guess. As Wikipedia has it. And then they won Game 4 in Coachella Valley against the Reign. Obviously, that was an elimination game for the Firebirds. Today is the first time that the Reign, or not the Reign, that the Firebirds are playing an elimination game on the road. That's a big deal. The Reign had the AHL's best home record this season. I believe I put it here in my pregame, or did I not? Yeah, 26-6-4 26-6-4 at home for the Reign. So, all odds right now are with Ontario. You have your number one goalie in Portillo going today, who was good in Game 1 and excellent in Game 3. Teams who win Game 3 when the series is tied 1-1 in the best of 5 is 15-1, dating back to the last 3 years. And the Reign are playing at home. You shouldn't lose this game. Obviously, playoff hockey, anything happens. I stick with my prediction that this game is going to go to overtime. I think that that's the only way this game can end. So we'll see. We will see. I think that the Firebirds have kind of shocked Andrew Lord and company a little bit. Because the Firebirds, historically, they are a team who likes to play a little bit structured. And this series, they're not playing structured. They are playing open. They are playing fast. They are playing physical. It's everything that we said the Reign struggled with all year long. I said this all year. Joe said it all year. The Reign struggle when teams play fast and physical. Which you can look at me and say, oh, good analysis. Of course, if a team's fast and physical, they're going to be good. You can be fast and physical and make a lot of mistakes. The Reign, they can take advantage of those mistakes, and we saw it a lot. We've seen it a lot this series where the Reign will slap the puck down the ice off the end boards, and someone gets behind the Firebirds defense, and they get a good shot. Logan Brown scored that same exact way in Game 3, right? Those are great odds, and your perm looks fire. Thanks, Lily. I appreciate that. I like that, Lily. I like that. Oh, man, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, yeah. So when you play a fast, open style like that, you do make a lot of mistakes, and you can tend to make a lot of mistakes. The issue with the Reign is they're not capitalizing, or the Firebirds just aren't giving up that much. Man, they're playing really good hockey right now. It's huge. Coachella Valley lost 2 elimination games on the road in Hershey and Abbotsford. See, there you go. Let's make Firebirds fans that like Petco does with Dodger fans. No, but Dominic, you're so right. Coachella Valley, and I'm pretty sure they had some trouble on the road this season too, or maybe they were better on the road. I don't fully remember. What I do know is that the Firebirds were having trouble scoring before the playoffs, and obviously that was before the addition of Jacob Melanson and Oscar Fisker Mogard. So we will see what happens today. And I know I keep saying that, but it's such an interesting matchup. These styles are so... It's just an interesting style matchup because the Reign have always played structured this season, and it's worked for them. But their one flaw is that if a team plays a tight, open... Okay, that doesn't make sense. An open, fast, physical game and don't make a lot of mistakes, the Reign have had trouble. If you look at the San Diego game, I think in December when Copley got interfered with and they didn't call it, that was the first time I opened my eyes like, okay, they have trouble when teams are just, you get the puck, you turn around, and the guy's charging at you. Instead of stick out playing back. Just pulled an Andre Lee card, gotta be good luck. Hey, that was exactly my next point. It's as simple as that. You got to get Andre Lee going. He had 2 points in Game 1. I think there were 2 assists. I don't think he has a goal yet. He's got to get it going, man. I mean, Andre Lee, he is the backbone of this team. You have Portillo in net. Andre Lee. You got to get him going. Andre Lee, if he can score like the first goal tonight, that'd be huge. Actually, that's my prediction. The first goal tonight's going to be Andre Lee. And when he does it, you guys can think of me. This is a home game for Coachella Valley in the sense Reign fans need to be the 7th man tonight. 110%. We got to, you guys got to be loud. You guys got to be proud. This could be the last time we see this team in action. This team, okay? Because next year's going to look different. Jared Wright's not going to be with us next year. Kenny Connors might not be with us next year. I know for a fact Angus Booth is not going to be here next year, right? Kirsanov might not be here next year. So it's going to be a new look team. You know, I mean, a lot of guys are not on contract no more. I know Glenn Godden's not on contract. We'll see what happens with him. It could be the last time you see this beloved team. Andre Lee might not be here next year. So be loud and proud. It might be the last time you see this team. It is a great team. So got to get behind them. Got to get behind them. Yeah, and with the Firebirds playing so fast, you might have to get out of that 1-3-1. We know, and you guys know as Kings fans very, very well, that the 1-3-1 It can work, and it also cannot work. What the heck happened to my... Is it bugging on YouTube too? Or is it like... Are we good? Are we good? My OBS is completely acting up right now. I'm so sorry. Oh, wait. No, we are good. Oh, I'm just stupid. Wow. I am really dumb. Sorry, guys. What I was saying was, you might have to get away from the 1-3-1 a little bit. They're playing it almost every single defensive shift, and I don't know if I necessarily agree with it. That wasn't a thing until recently. And we know with the 1-3-1, Kings fans know with the 1-3-1 that it can work. It's a good trap. It's a good neutral zone trap. But when you're always in the 1-3-1, I only see you. No, yeah, it's perfect. We're good. I messed up with my OBS, with the system. We're good. My bad. My fault. You can be flat-footed on the 1-3-1. And then the forward check becomes a lot easier when you're flat-footed. So you might have to get out of that a little bit. I didn't mind the 2-2-1 that they were playing beforehand. So we'll see. Don't get me wrong. I don't mind the 1-3-1. I don't. But they're playing it a lot. And I don't know if you need to sit in that 1-3-1 all game. And Lord even said that after one of the games in the regular season. You don't need to be in the 1-3-1 all the time. He said this. He said there are times to be in it and there's times not to be. I don't know what happened to that sentiment because right now he's always in the 1-3-1. So I'm not a huge fan of it. Makes you a little flat-footed. And trust me, I'm a fan of the 1-3-1. I think it works in certain times and positions. You can't always be in it. You can. You're going to have trouble scoring. Scoring first and second is going to be important. The Reign hadn't scored first this entire series until Game 4 when Jack Hughes scored first on the first shot of the game. And then the Firebirds responded with the power play goal, right? So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe you want the Firebirds to score first so that it forces them to come back a little bit. But yeah, scoring first is going to be so important in this game. Got to get the fans going. And then if you can score second, make it 2-0 early, you're going to be able to taste Firebird blood. Jack Hughes' game-winning goal tonight, he's been playing out of his mind in his postseason. I don't hate the call. I don't hate the call. I just don't. If you guys are enjoying this, hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't yet. Again, when you hit the like button, it pushes it to the algorithm a lot more, and it really helps us out, and we greatly appreciate it. Like, we can see all the likes and stuff, and we greatly appreciate it. So, if you haven't yet, hit the like button, please. And yeah, I mean, really the last thing I have to say is, again, just be loud and proud. It could be the last time that you see this team. I think this is the third time I'm saying it. It's been a fun year. It really has been a really fun year. And if it would be a shame if they broke all these records. They had all these achievements, and it ended in Ontario's first round, right? I know it's the second round, but it would be Ontario's first round of the playoffs, and it would be to the Firebirds. And that would really stink. Now, on the other hand, if they win, I'm so excited to continue doing these pre-games and post-games. I mean, they have been a blast. And it's because of you guys. I mean, you guys have been here all playoffs long, and you guys have shown us great support, not just watching, but when I'm at the arena, when I'm in Coachella Valley, when I'm in Ontario, really all season, and you guys come up to me, say what's up, say you watch the podcast. It really does mean the world to me and Joe. It really does, promise you guys. So hopefully this is not the end. Hopefully this is not the last pregame show that I do. But the Reign got to win. And if they want to win, they have to come out and they got to have a lot better of a showing than they have the past couple games in Coachella Valley. Crafty Lily says, do you have any idea why they were playing so safe? You think because that first game we got so many penalties, or why were they playing so soft last game? It's a great question. I asked Andrew Lord that question. He believes that the reason why it looks that way, perhaps, is because their puck management isn't great. And maybe that is the case. I mean, he didn't dismiss my question. He said, that's a good question. There's probably a more elaborate answer. Word for word, that's what he said. Obviously, he has to watch the film. But, Lily, your assessment is dead on. Like, they were playing safe. They were not playing like they were the best team in the Pacific Division. They were playing scared. Every 50 puck along the walls, they weren't making pinches. It just seemed like that they were trying so hard to keep the Firebirds in front of them that they didn't realize that on every shift, the Firebirds were easily getting into the offensive zone. Easily. Like, without any struggle, the Firebirds were breaking into the offensive zone, and they were just peppering Copley with shots. Excuse me. Now, is that necessarily a bad thing? Not really. You have good goaltending for a reason. It's okay to keep them on the perimeter, but it can't be to a point where you keep them on the perimeter, and then when you do get the puck, you can't break out because you're not playing aggressive enough to break out. Like, I don't think they made one aggressive pinch along the walls until that third period, when they were like, okay, we gotta score, and we can't be afraid of making mistakes. It was odd to me, man. And again, they didn't play good in Game 3 either, and they still won that game. But Game 4 was a whole different level. There is a fine line between playing structured on defense and just straight up being too passive. And I think the Reign crossed that passive line. They blew by it. They blew by it. It was so weird. It was so weird to watch because that wasn't the team that I remember watching in the regular season. It's just not. And that's also the reason why, instead of going with this lineup, dude, try and score. Go with, let me pull it up. Go with this lineup. I think, like first of all, the biggest thing with me is even the lines. It's Celine. I think if you put Celine back there, someone who's not afraid to jump the rush, and he's a puck-moving defenseman, you need that on the back end. You don't need 6 guys who are super, super, super defensive. You just don't. You're not going to score. They haven't scored except for Game 2. They were shut out in Game 1. They scored 2 goals in 80 seconds in Game 3, which granted, good, because you won the game off of that, and that's why that there's a Game 5 today, but you got outplayed the whole rest of the game. And then in Game 4, they looked god-awful. They looked awful. It was terrible. It was a terrible brand of hockey. So why not throw Celine in there, and then again, put out a more offensive lineup. You can outscore this team. They are not like... They're not gods. It's like not every shot is going to be, they're going to break into the zone. They're going to get past your guys, and it's going to be a breakaway, or they don't have 5 Samuel Fagimos from 2 years ago on that team. They were a normal team. They are the 4 seed for a reason. They had to play in round 1. They almost lost to the Bakersfield Condors. The Reign was 7-1 against the Bakersfield Condors this season, bro. I don't know. I think he might be overthinking too much. Throw Celine in there. And you got to get this line back together. You got to get Lee Connors right back in there, in my opinion. I'll stop complaining. And if you die on your sword, like if you throw out this lineup and you die on this sword, we can at least say, you know what? He changed some things up in Game 5. He went Lee Connors right, which was the best line in the entire season. And you lost. Die on your sword. Don't die. Oh, man, I messed up. Don't die on this sword. Don't. Because then all offseason, you're going to be questioning yourself why you didn't go with this. Die on your sword. Don't go with this. Go with this. And that's what I think that Lord should do. Yes, but they don't use the D they have. Brustevich can skate the puck, but they have him in shackles. Although I do agree with you, Brustevich is very mobile, and he has been really good the last few days. The issue with Brustevich is that he's still young, and now, although the age doesn't matter, his outlet passes have not been good. Like, his first pass has not been good since he's been up here. Like, not even just in the playoffs, just like since he's been with the Reign, when he got over here like a month ago. He hasn't been great with his first passes. His outlet passes, I would say, are the worst on the DN. With that being said, yes, it does feel like they have him in shackles a little bit. I think, again, and Ben, you are like, you're on, but kind of off. You're right, though. they do have Brustevich in shackles a little bit, and that's because they're trying to play so structured, and they're so worried about their offense getting behind the defense that they're not allowing Brustevich to do things like jump the rush. And I just don't get it. I gotta catch the train. I'll catch you later. All right, Dom. Peace out. Watching from the parking lot. Hey, man, I'll be there in about 40 minutes. I'll be there soon. The gate's open for you guys, what, an hour and a half early? And then for media, I think it's 2 hours early. So you'll probably watch me, like, walk in. Yeah, they gotta... Again, it's one thing to be structured, and I'm all for structure. I'm all for it. But there's a fine line between structure and playing scared, structure and playing too passive, structure, and as Ben said, having your guys in shackles. And on Thursday, they way crossed that line. And Lord can say it's the puck management all he wants. Part of the reason why the puck management isn't great is because it feels like they're trying to play to a structure too much instead of playing rain hockey the way they did all year, man. My biggest takeaway from this series is the fact that Lee Connor's right has not been put together back together yet. I thought for sure that when the Kings got swept by the Avalanche and it was announced that Wright would be back for Game 1, I thought for sure, like, okay, they're going to bring back Lee Connor's right. And they haven't done that once yet. Which is nuts. In my opinion. And again, I like Andrew Lord a lot. He's been great to me all year. He's answered all my questions and everything. If the Reign lose today and Lee Connor's right is not on the same line, there's going to be questions from either me or other people. Why did you die on the sword of not letting them get back together? It just wouldn't make sense. With that being said, though, Andrew Lord has been a great coach all year long, and I do believe that he saw these last 2 games in Coachella Valley, and I think, and if he doesn't, I'll be nuts. I hope he made the adjustment. They have so much film to look at the past 2 games. They have way too much film to come into this game and look exactly the same. I just don't think that that's going to happen. There's no way. This team's too good. He's too good of a coach for the Reign to come into this game and look terrible again. So that's what I got for today's game. If you guys have anything else, you guys can put in the chat. I'll give you guys maybe a minute, 2 minutes. And then I'm going to get out of here, man. I'm going to head to the arena. Let's see if you guys got anything. Any opinions, any questions, anything you want me to talk about? Maybe as I wait, you guys can watch some highlights. But look at in transition, you get guys in front, pucks bouncing around, you get greasy goals. This is in game 2, by the way. In Lordo, we trust. Midnight post-game show? No, because it's at Toyota Arena today. So I don't have an hour, 30-minute drive back home. 3-1 rain for Joe. May the force be with us. Let's win this, baby. Look more 11 p.m. Yeah, it'll probably be around 11 p.m. It could be earlier than that, but I think Joe... Well, actually... No, yeah, it could be earlier, but Joe, he's got baseball. But look at what happens when they're not playing scared. Look who gets the assist. It's Angus Booth. He's up by the right circle. Watch it one more time. Look at Lee to Booth to Godin. Stop playing scared. This team is good, man. You don't have to play so structured to the point where you are limiting all your guys. You don't. You don't gotta do it. Alright, y'all. With that being said, I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in to potentially the last pregame show of the year. Hopefully not, but it's do or die. And like you guys said, you gotta win. All the cliches, man. Win or go home, do or die. Must-win game. Gotta do it tonight. It's the Rain. It's the Firebirds. Ain't news on the drum. I got no news on the drum. Let the defenseman join the rush. I totally agree. I'll catch you guys at the arena. And if you see me, say what's up. Love you guys. Thank you guys for showing all the support the entire postseason. And hopefully we're talking happily in the postgame and we're not bummed.